Thank you and good morning. I first got my feet wet, literally, advocating for the auto industry in 2008, when there were Darwinian conversations about the future of the auto industry in Canada and the United States. I stood outside Oakville's Ford plant in a rainstorm for a live TV interview. Literally, it was a dark and stormy night. I warned that the financial crisis isn't and wasn't the automakers' fault, but they seem to be being nominated to pay the biggest price. And fortunately, mayors and municipalities came together to persuade governments that advanced manufacturing in Canada is the auto industry. And the auto industry is the heart and soul of Ontario's economy. I had a hunch that the challenges facing the auto industry weren't over. And so in 2013, I invited mayors from Ontario's auto manufacturing communities. That would include everybody with parts makers, anything to do with the auto industry, to come together and form the auto mayors. And we went on to unite industry leaders, unions, and officials to promote and protect Canada's most important high-tech sector. There's 45 auto mayors for what that's worth. Ontario has 444 mayors, to give you some context. A decade later, we remain committed to ensuring the survival and success of the auto industry. And that's why we're here today. We're urging our governments to prioritize effective solutions for tariffs that threaten jobs and investment. I was heartened by the news this morning that our Prime Minister is talking about being very careful about what measures are used so as to not spend a lot of energy hurting Canadians, but rather trying to make sure that the pain is sent where it needs to go. So we're very aware that Canada is the largest export market for the United States for passenger vehicles and light trucks. I think it's $23 billion last year, more than Germany, Mexico, and China combined. And beyond tariffs, we know that we need to address a fundamental issue, and that would be regulatory alignment. Misaligned policies and regulations create inefficiencies, they raise costs, and those put at risk the 3.5 million North Americans who power this industry, from raw materials to manufacturing, supply chains, and dealerships. This week, Siemens, with support from the Ontario government, announced a $150 million investment to establish a global AI manufacturing technologies R&D center for battery production in Canada. The new R&D center will be located at Siemens Canada's head office here in Oakville, as well as in Toronto and Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario. This will strengthen Ontario and North America's auto supply chain. We hope we build on this momentum rather than diving into uncertainty. As I always say, onward and upward. With that, I'll hand it over to my colleague, Mayor Cisco of St. Catharines.